Son of a gun. Hello again, everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown, and we're right along ringside all ready to kick it off for another big day of championship wrestling. David?
All right, we've been talking about it for a while, but it's the Southern Tag Team title match coming up here today. Special TV time limit, 30 minutes, one full 30-minute time limit. Challenging for the belt, Soul Train Jones and Brickhouse Brown going after the championship held by Big Bubba and the Mighty Goliath. They'll have downtown Bruno with them. Southern Tag Team title match starts things off today. We also have standby matches later on.
Should be a good, interesting contrast in there with the speed of Brickhouse and Soul Train. That's what they're going to have to rely on. Of course, they got plenty of muscles to go along with it, but they're going to have to rely on that speed if they got a chance to go for those Southern Tag.
You're right. They're going to be giving away a lot of weight in there.
And downtown Bruno. That's right, downtown Bruno. Let me tell you something, Lance Russell. I've heard time and time again, everybody said Bubba and Goliath, downtown Bruno's downtown connection, don't have the guts to put up the AWA Southern Tag Team titles on television. Do you believe that? They said that the downtown connection didn't have the guts to come on TV and to defend the title against the tag team.
Well, they haven't up till this date.
Well, okay, Lance Russell, if you want to get technical about it, we haven't up to this date. And now, people think, well, if we do come on TV and defend the titles, it won't be against some top-rated tag team. Well, surprise, 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 Lance Russell. Like Gomer Powell said, right here on TV, baby, we're going to get a hold of Soul Train Jones and Brickhouse Brown.
Right.
Well, see, you know what? I have something interesting, an interesting comment to make, you know.
That'll be different.
Oh, you're real funny. You're really funny today, ain't you, Lance Russell? You're as funny as these goofballs out here calling me a weasel, which they better stop, by the way. I'm not even going to acknowledge them. You know, whenever a mother and father have a baby, you know, don't they usually spend 6 or 7 months, you know, when it's time for the baby, when a mother's expecting, thinking of going through books, watching TV, anything, just to get a good name for the baby. They think of, you know, Lance or Bruno. Hey, you don't have a bad name. I'll give you credit for that. Your nose is a little bit big, but anyhow, what kind of mother and father? Mrs. Jones said, let's call our baby Soul Train, right? And then Mr. and Mrs. Bryant said, let's call our baby Brickhouse. But come on, Soul Train and Brickhouse. What kind of names are that for babies?
Wait a minute.
Seriously.
I guess maybe Bubba's parents decided to name him Big. Hey, come on. Wait a minute now.
See what happens when you get smart.
Okay.
His name is...
Hey, what are you trying to talk about me now, huh?
Hey, his real name for the day he was born is Big Bubba. His name is the Mighty Goliath. And my name is Downtown Bruno, Lance Russell.
Good
See,
name.
I'll tell you something.
Never change them, Russell.
That's exactly right. See, the only name that they ever changed their name to, see, is AWA Southern Tag Team Champions. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say something to all the tag teams out there, including Soul Train and Brickhouse, and anybody else that manages to get together and try to come after the AWA Southern Tag Team titles. Let me tell you something. The river was deep, baby, but we made it through, and now we are the champions, baby. And it's time to clean up.
You got the titles for the moment. We'll find out whether you'll be able to keep them or not. You got quite a challenge in there, and we're getting ready for it, Dave.
Here come the challengers, Soul Train Jones and Brickhouse Brown. The AWA Southern Tag Team Championship belts are going to be on the line here. The challengers climbing up on the ring apron right now. A total weight of 468 pounds on their side of the ring. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Soul Train Jones. And from Miami, Florida, Brickhouse Brown. Going against them at a total weight of 821 pounds. with their manager, Downtown Bruno. The current holders of the AWA Southern Tag Team Championship belts, the Downtown Connection, Big Bubba, and the Mighty Goliath. It is a title match. Referee confirms it. We are set to go. One fall, 30-minute time limit.
Bell time sends us off and running on a title extravaganza here with the muscular team of Soul Train Jones and Brickhouse Brown getting it together against the AWA Southern Tag Champs, Big Bubba and the Mighty Goliath. Soul Train starting out against Goliath. They're a little sensitive about their own names in there. Boy, when that Bubba grabs you and says, don't, you don't.
You don't, that's right.
That's right.
Soul. Oh, here he comes.
What do all these people out here expect? That actually these two goofballs are going to beat my champions? These people don't know nothing. I've never seen so many rednecks in my life. So many ugly rednecks, I should say, especially the women.
Well, I don't have to identify the source of that comment. Look at Soul Train slamming into the Mighty Goliath and got him off his feet with a drop kick.
Soul Train, good quick move. You mentioned earlier they were going to have to rely on their speed and agility to beat this team. He got him off his feet and tried immediately to go for a cover. Didn't quite make it, but when you get Goliath off his feet, you need to try to pin those shoulders. They're doubling up on him. They got him on the mat again.
Double clothesline. They put the big guy down on the mat. Interesting to note that as he drop-kicked and got Goliath down, Goliath responded as quickly as you will see him respond. It's early on in the match, and he was still fresh. Boy, he rolled out of that before Soul Train could get up to even come close to it. Big Bubba and Brickhouse.
Tell these people to shut up right now. No, I mean it. I'm going to come out of the audience and start hurting people.
Down, boy. Downtown Bruno paying more attention to the crowd than he is his two champions in the ring, and Brickhouse with a forearm reaching up to the head of Big Bubba. And the crowd getting with it, starting the Weasel chant. Big Bubba, very agile himself for a guy that big, over 400 pounds, and he does move well. He moved Brickhouse across the way, but a nice leapfrog. Oh! Boy, oh boy, oh boy. And he zeroed in right at that head, too, Dave. He popped him with a good drop kick.
He got him with a good one, no doubt about it. Big Bubba regrouping back in the corner there, along with the Mighty Goliath. There he is. Boy, these guys are huge. They both go over 400 pounds. About 407 for Big Bubba. Either 414 or 419 for the Mighty Goliath. Big body slam by Goliath. Drops down on Brickhouse Brown.
There's a case of speed, too, because Brickhouse, before Goliath, while he was in the process of getting ready to hook Brickhouse grabbed that arm, wheeled it around. Now he's trying to kick a leg out from under. Puts him down on the mat, and that's the place you want this guy. But he's coming right back up to his feet, and there's a tag on Soul Train. The Train up on the rope, drills him with the right hand.
We're coming up on 4 minutes of this championship match. 30 minutes again, the time limit on it. Oh, Soul Train really being hammered by Mighty Goliath. I think he raked his fingers across his eyes. What happened there? That's a big broad arm. The referee saying, hey, it's legal. Ah, that's not legal. Bubba grabbed him from outside. Tag made at Big Bubba. Big forearm across the chest. Soul Train Jones in a dangerous place, and that's over in the corner of the Mighty Goliath and Big Bubba.
AWA Southern Tag Championship belts on the line as Bubba and Goliath defending against Soul Train and Brickhouse, and that's Soul Train down on the deck. There's that little snap suplex that Bubba can really apply. It's so strong.
Rolling out of the way, Soul Train Jones. Big Bubba was going to land on him. He gets the tag on Brickhouse Brown. Hey, Bruno up on the ring apron.
Jerry Calhoun trying to get Bruno to get down off of it, and meanwhile all four of them are in the ring as Calhoun continues his battle with downtown Bruno, Brickhouse with Goliath, Soul Train tied up with Big Bubba, and now he's over. Back to the referee, and the referee going after him, and Brickhouse Brown makes the cover. He's got Goliath down, but Bubba drops a big leg down. Downtown finally thrown off the ring, and Goliath rolls over on top of Brickhouse, and that's going to be a 1-2-3 in there. A little combination of action between Bubba and Goliath as they ended up getting a pin on Brickhouse, Dave, but Brickhouse had Goliath.
He had Goliath. Goliath was going to splash Brickhouse. Brickhouse rolled out of the way. Goliath hit nothing but the mat, and then Brickhouse had a cover until Bubba dropped down on him. The reversal, and they walk out with the belts. Big Bubba and the mighty Goliath with downtown Bruno. 5 minutes, 32 seconds the time.
Retaining the Southern Tag belts. We've got more action and plenty of time for it. Okay, back into the action ring here in just a moment. I want to take time out. A couple of guys you just saw in there, and a very tough loss on a challenge for the Southern Tag Team belts. But coming up in Evansville on Wednesday night, you're going to be seeing Brickhouse Brown and Soul Train Jones challenging Bubba and Goliath again for those belts.
That's right. The promoters have given up another turn to come back and try to take those belts. Let me tell you suckers something right now. Just when you thought the war was over, let me tell you fools something is just beginning. It's going to be thumping, bumping, and getting live and fired up and kicking in Evansville. And let me tell you something. You owe me some dues, and you might as well pay them to the Brickhouse and the Train, because we coming to burn, baby.
You had him beaten, by golly. There wasn't a referee there, Soul Train.
Yeah, Brickhouse had the Goliath beat, and one thing, that little weasel, Bruno, got up on the apron. He caused all the trouble. This time if Bruno get up on the apron, I'm going to smack him like he's my grandchild.
Okay, good luck to you guys. Wednesday night, Evansville, right there at the Coliseum. And then you're going to be having Jeff and BT Express going against Pat Tanaka and boy, Tony, no disqualification in that one. And the final one, listen to this, no referee in the ring when the King gets it on with Austin Idol.
Lance, this is a match I've been waiting for. You know, you don't have to have stipulations on this. You don't have to worry about no time limit, no disqualification, because that's right, there's no referee. There's not going to be anybody, Austin Idol, to try to pull me off of you. There's not going to be anybody to get in the way if I decide to throw that fire. There's not going to be anybody to stop this match. It's just going to be you and I, Idol. And what it's going to boil down to, boy, is that we're going to bring this thing all to a head. You know what you and Tommy Rich did. Now, I don't know if the people in Evansville are familiar with this yet or not, but right now, Tommy Rich is laid up just like I was, because me and Bam Bam Bigelow have put him out. And the doctors say, Lance, he's not going to be able to wrestle for at least a month. Well, that's fine with us. And Austin Idol, you are next. And right here, Wednesday night in Evansville, Indiana, brother, is going to be the last time you make an appearance here.
Ooh, look out. Heartthrob and the King going at it Wednesday. Ladies and gentlemen, a 1-fall, 10-minute time limit bout. 1.5 for the Memphis Vice, Big Lou Winston against Lord Humongous. And in his corner, Tommy Wildfire Rich. Rich is up on the ring apron, nails Winston with a chain, popped him right upside the head. He came in pushing Winston right in the face before the match ever got started. And he got busted by Lou. 1-2. That's going to be it. In a time of 1 minute, 2 seconds, the winner is going to be Lord Humongous. Thanks to Tommy Rich, Lord Humongous.
In the ring right now, Ed Mattiox, his partner Randy Bryant stepping into the ring, and here come their opponent. The Rising Suns team, managed by Tojo Yamamoto. We're talking about Shima and Helo. They weigh in a total of 469 pounds. They're both out of Tokyo, Japan. And across the way, Randy Bryant is out of Bartlett, Tennessee. Ed Mattiox is out of Memphis. They weigh in at a total of 422. So it looks like we got about a 47-pound weight advantage for the Japanese team. Referee Jerry Calhoun calls for the bell. And here we go with a 1-fall, 10-minute time limit match.
Comment about Helo. He is larger than Tarzan Goto, who was run out of the area on a loser of the fall match. And Shima has as a replacement Mr. Helo. Ed Mattiox feeling the wrath of aggravated Mr. Helo. And here comes Shima to work.
Yeah, we had mentioned that the team of Shima and Goto, an incredibly strong tag team. Former world champions, as a matter of fact, had some world-class belts. But I think the team is stronger now with his Helo than it was with Goto even, and that's saying a lot, not taking anything away from Goto.
Mr. Helo. We've heard a lot about him, haven't seen him but one other time, as a matter of fact, and Ed Mattiox is feeling what it's like to be busted by Mr. Helo. And of course, anytime you've got Shima, goes over.
Oh, yeah, that just didn't work out for Ed. Part of that additional weight that Helo brings to the team. Here comes Randy Bryant in. See what kind of luck he has against the man from Tokyo.
What a kick.
Pretty good one, too.
Yeah, it was. Tojo standing over there with a kendo stick. I always keep my eye on him. Not only from watching the wrestler's standpoint, but you got to look out for yourself because he's not above busting you with it, as we know. Shima. Boy, oh boy. He's looking vicious today.
Boy, he is. He just bounced Randy Bryant's head off the top turnbuckle over here. Boot to the midsection. Tag on Helo.
Referee Jerry Calhoun. Oh, look at that spinning back kick. He really nailed him.
He literally turned
right
him a flip. Yeah. That's it.
He got it. 1, 2, 3, and that's going to be the whole load as far as Randy Bryant and Ed Mattiox. Although Ed is not through, and look at him pounding away. Yamamoto trying to give that kendo stick up to Shima, and they're taking a little extra delight in
They got Paul Diamond and Alan West to help out. And that gets Helo and Shima now out of the ring.
They were having fun with Randy Bryant and Ed Mattiox, but they decided no more fun when West and Diamond came rolling in there. And ball, 10 minutes in time. Introducing first, on my left from the land down under in New Zealand, the warlord of the sheepherders, Jonathan Boyd. His opponent tonight, coming out of parts unknown, introducing the Patriot. The Patriot. Referee is Frank Morrell. 1 fall, 10 minutes. Sounds, and in just a moment we're going to be in action. Here is Jonathan Boyd, the warlord of the sheepherders, going through his ceremonial move with the New Zealand flag, going against the Patriot. Jonathan Boyd and the Patriot. 1 fall, 10 minutes. Referee is Frank Morrell. Boyd into a standing side headlock. Woo, to the midsection, and the Patriot zings one to the head. Boyd rolls with the arm. We've said this before on occasion. You don't have too often to say it because You don't see Boyd wrestle too. And let me tell you, this guy can flat wrestle if he wants to. His preference is just to hurt people. And that's what he does most of the time. Right now, he's got a reverse face lock on the Patriot. Almost looked like a chokehold, but the referee was right down by it. Look at the Patriot. Pulls the arm off, and this Patriot is powerful. He is one built-up son of a gun. He takes that arm loose, and Boyd grabs the headgear in order to pull him back down. The referee says, break it up. And the Patriot just barely gets back to his feet as Boyd is waiting on him. One fall, 10-minute time limit bout as we come slipping up on the 2-minute mark. Boyd steps over with a toe hold. And the Patriot with a right shoulder up breaks the count. There's no problem of a pin. Boyd hollering count him, but there's no way this early in a match he's going to be able to keep that shoulders down there. Oh, boy. Let me tell you, he almost forgot. As the Patriot, a nice reversal, pops back up on his feet and into a toe hold on Jonathan Boyd. 2 minutes passed with 8 minutes to wrestle, and thus far a very even match between Boyd and the Patriot. Patriot steps over and down on Jonathan's leg. Got him right at the knee. One more time. Again, the Patriot taking that toe to the outside, sits down on an already stressed knee. And if he can slow Boyd's activity down, it will be helpful. He stays with a step over toe hold. Leans down, and that gives Boyd an opportunity as he pops him right in the eyes with the, there he does it again, the referee moving around to have a word with Boyd, and that won't do a whole lot of good, I can guarantee you that. Jonathan kicking right to the midsection on the Patriot, pounds him with a right hand. Mean, rugged son of a gun, this Boyd is. And the wild and crazy cousins that he's got, Luke Williams, Butch Miller. Patriot coming right back at Boyd outside on the ring apron. Uh-oh. Boyd loading up that fist with something in his glove. We could see it right here. Nails the Patriot. He is down in a 1 and a 2 and a 3, and that is it. And the Patriot, 4 minutes, 14 seconds. The winner, Jonathan Boyd. Jeff Jarrett, BT Express waiting now for the opposition that they will have today. And it should be formidable to say. Yeah, you see the hunter?
$5,000.
First thing he's talking about is $5,000. Let's have the introduction.
All right, it's going to be an expiration of time match, introducing at a total weight of 510 pounds. Out of parts unknown, the Thunderbird, and from Black Rock Mountain, Georgia, with his mascot Bambi, the Hunter. Going against him at a total weight of 430 pounds from Nashville, Tennessee, Jeff Jarrett. And from parts unknown, the BT Express. Here we go, expiration of time. It is BT Express starting against the Hunter.
Kind of interesting listening to Billy talk about that match of a no time, no disqualification, no stopping the match, and he loves it that way. You got to stop and look back to Billy's beginnings in his early days in wrestling. He was taught by a couple of pretty rugged guys, Frank Morrell and Phil Hickerson, so it's understandable when he says he likes that kind of match.
Jeff Jarrett in there right now after the tag. The Hunter. Boy, this is a rugged individual, let me tell you. He snaps Jeff down. That's a good move by the Hunter. Look at Jeff, though. Great balance. Boy, as he reacts nicely, and it's the Hunter who ended up on the mat. And over near his corner, here's his partner. This is the Thunderbird. He,
First look at him on championship wrestling.
yes, indeed. He is a large one. He'll weigh in at 279 pounds, and I think he may have shaved a couple of pounds.
What we're going to do is take the mask off that guy over there, BT, and prove it's Billy Travis. It's $5,000 in the pocket.
Well, that's right. You made the offer. Anybody who can pull it off in the ring and prove that it's Billy Travis can pick up $5,000 from downtown Bruno. Of course, I don't believe everything he says, but obviously the Hunter did, because that's the first thing that he was talking about.
BT Express with a cover. We can't make it stick for a 3 count. Back to work. He's over to the corner, and the tag on Jeff Jarrett. Jeff, BT Express, double team coming off the ropes. The Thunderbird hits the mat. BT with a foot to the nose. I think it smacked him right in the nose.
We've got about 3 minutes of action. Look at Jeff take that big guy, boy, and snapped him in a short suplex, a beauty. And he tags BT Express. Woo!
BT.
Out, and we're going to have to ring the bell on this expiration of time match here very shortly as the Hunter covers up the BT Express. We're winding us down to less than a minute of action left on this expiration of time.
Hunter with BT Express on the ropes.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, Bambi with a shoe.
Using the heel on that high heel shoe. Oh, Alan West! He came in and picked Bambi right up. He took her right outside, right through the ropes and outside. The Hunter is just now realizing what happened to Bambi. He goes flying out there, trying to find out what happened. Alan West just came in as she was using that shoe, Dave. He got it 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry to not pay more attention to the ring, but I couldn't help but look at Alan West, who came in and scooped Bambi up and just took her away from the ringside and disappeared with her. The Hunter went after him.
Let me tell you something, Lance Russell. I've told you, Alan West, nobody touches my lady but me. What is this little lady gonna do?
Well, I don't know. Alan West just carried her out of here. There's nothing wrong with that. He thought she was in. Well, they didn't. We got to get out of here right now and take a break.
Alan West, man, you are not through, buddy.
Okay, the Hunter.
Going down. You're gonna get hurt.
Bambi rubbing her hip evidently got bumped around in the fracas out there. We'll take time out and we'll be back in just one moment. Hey! First time ever double Jeopardy match being held in the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee. 2 rings side by side, 2 bouts underway simultaneously. In one, Tommy Wildfire Rich and Bam Bam Bigelow. In the other, Jerry the King Lawler and the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. My sidekick, Randy Hales, and I will be sharing the commentary. It'll take 2 sets of eyes to watch the action, Randy.
Okay, Lance, which ring do I get? I get ring number 1, Tommy Rich and Bam Bam Bigelow. Lance, they're already out on the floor, and Bam Bam, you can't believe it, he's going about to be on us, Lance. He has him high in the air. I thought he was going to drop him on the steel fence by the ringside, and he's holding him up, a big 460 pounder, and he dumps him down on our table there. He dumps him down as the action is vicious there, and he sends him into the table, and Bam Bam Bigelow, loud and crazy. What do you have going on over there, Lance?
Austin Idol taking several solid shots at the King, who is being rolled around the ring and now battles his way back. He puts Idol down on his knees. Idol solid down on the knees as Jerry Lawler slams his head after he picked him up into the corner. Bam Bam Bigelow and Tommy Wildfire Rich going at it at the same time. Lawler nails Idol on the floor and pounds him with a right. Idol reeling around the outside of the ring. Fires back with a big foot.
Inside the ring, Bam Bam Bigelow has been really vicious on Tommy Rich. Rich is bleeding, and the action continues, Lance, as Rich is bleeding very badly, and we're only about 2 minutes into this thing.
That's the kind of action you're going to expect out of the Double Jeopardy match. First time ever in professional wrestling. Let us tell you this, as Lawler nails and puts Idol down on the deck and Bam Bam drops Tommy Wildfire Rich, they switch. There is a legal switch. There is no time limit. Lawler and Bam Bam switch rings, and that's legal for as long as they care to stay in, but it cannot be 2-on-1 for more than 60 seconds.
Most interesting match I've ever seen in my life. Lawler continues to pound away at the very bloody Tommy Rich. The power punch of the king. Tommy Rich went for it and missed. And Lawler once again jabbing away as Tommy Rich is not effective at all as the king continues to fire away.
Lawler hollered over at Bam Bam, "I want some of him," talking about Rich. And Bam Bam said, "Give me Idol," and they just switched rings, which is legal. And now Rich is pinned down in between the rail over there. Lawler back in the ring with Idol, and Bam Bam switches. What a beautiful maneuver that was, Randy.
I'm telling you, Lance, no doubt about it. And now here comes Bam Bam. Start the watch, Lance, as the 60 seconds, I believe, are in effect now.
Right, we'll blow a horn at 55 while Rich is out of the ring. Oh, Lawler and the Bammer slamming together on Austin Idol, and here comes Rich after Bam Bam. They're going to have to end up. Rich was in there last, and here's Bam Bam with Lawler. He's still got another 25 seconds to go, and Bam Bam and Lawler are using this time to team up, but Bam Bam comes back after Rich. So again, it's Lawler with Idol hung over the rope, and Bam Bam slamming Rich.
Lance, I'm telling you, Rich is down. Bam Bam flat out caught him, and man, did he ever come down. This building just exploded as Bam Bam... Right on us, Lance, about smushed us.
That was the interference you heard there. They were right on top. Bam Bam back over in the ring again. And down on Austin Idol. Here comes Tommy Rich back in. Rich goes outside the ring, and the Bammer is over helping out Lawler. Oh, look out. Lawler spreads Idol out, and here's Bam Bam. He drops down on him. Mashes Idol. The big 400-pounder, he's right under 4 at 394. And there goes Idol out on the floor. The Bammer still is about 5 seconds away from having to go back in his ring. And he's back to the ring, which clears him of any disqualification, Randy.
Okay, Lance, double jeopardy, and we had trouble understanding all the rules in the first place. Man, what a match. The wildest, greatest thing I've ever seen. Tommy Rich and Bigelow in one ring, Idol walking over to come in, ring number 2. Watch him, Lance.
Austin Idol down here at our table in front. Referee Frank Morrell counting on him. He may count him outside the ring. Here comes Lawler. And there went one of our microphones.
We're back, Lance. He's trying to get, oh no. He pulled off something. Caught him with that board. Oh, Bam Bam! Missed a splash. Start the 60 seconds.
He's got a board with a nail in it going after Lawler.
Look at
Rich is over there with Bam Bam down. Tommy Rich comes to help Austin Idol out, but Rich is going back. He breaks the count.
He has that nail raking it across. Stay away from that nail, Idol. You get out of here. Throws it to Rich, Lance.
Tommy Rich takes that same board with a nail in it, jams Bam Bam right in the midsection. Lawler, who was busted with that board with a nail in the end of it, crashed down right over. And Bam Bam Bigelow being attacked by Tommy Rich. Lawler's head wailed into the table. Rich.
Start for 60 seconds.
Now in the ring, and the 60-second starts on Rich with 2 men in the ring. We're going to take time out, and we'll be back with the conclusion of this match in just a moment. Wednesday, I do in fact love it. 7 matches coming up on the card Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. One of them is going to be that bout that'll be no disqualification. It'll have Boy Tony and Pat Tanaka against Jeff Jarrett and BT Express.
I'll tell you, I'm very happy that Prime Time gets a shot at a no DQ match with Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis. Don't give me that as BT Express. Everybody knows that's Billy Travis. And if I didn't think we could get in there and rip that mask off, there's no way I'd even walk into Evansville, because that's the ugliest, stinkingest, most filthiest town I've ever seen. And the people there are so ugly and disgusting, it makes me sick. I don't even want to talk about it no more. Then Soul Train and Brickhouse, or should I say Slow Train and Odd Highs, one more time against Bubba and Goliath for the titles. Let me tell you something, boys. We beat you 1, 2, 3 on national television, and I don't think you should have a rematch. And I'm going to talk to Eddie Marlin and see what I can do about getting out of this, because I don't think it's fair, especially in Evansville.
Well, I'm looking forward not only to that action, but also with the no referee in the ring, Jerry Lawler, Austin Idol. Here's Idol.
The question is, what does Evansville, Indiana, and Jerry the King Lawler, the so-called King Lawler, have in common? The answer is easy. They're both losers. You look at Evansville, Indiana, you drive into that town, you fly into the town, they got a little small airport. They don't even have jet service in Evansville, Indiana. The men are big and fat and sloppy, and they smoke cigarettes, and they guzzle beer all day. And the women have to pile the makeup on to hide all the zits and the potholes. The entire town is a loser. The mayor, there's no telling what he does after hours. And Lawler, you ain't no better. But I'm going to tell you something, and you better not forget it, that on Wednesday night, these are my kind of rules, you see, Jack. These are my kind of stipulations. This is what I wanted, and you didn't want. It's a Southern title match. It's my title, the one you'll never get back. And the big stipulation is this, Lawler. There ain't no ref. There ain't nobody that can help you. That when I get you in the position I want you, I'm going to finish you for good, Jack.
As the referee were looking over, and oh man, Lance, back in your ring, Rich caught Lawler.
Jerry Lawler being attacked by Tommy Rich. Now that they have switched, the time limit stopped. It only applies when 2 men from one team are in one ring. Rich grabbing Lawler, jerks him around the ring, and here comes Idol after Lawler. And the time starts on Idol. They're trying to post Lawler again. Bam Bam staggered against the ropes. Here comes the Bammer. Look at Bam Bam go after first Idol and then Rich. Lawler after Rich. Wild and woolly Reset of the 60-second clock as we have 2 men in the ring. Now we've got 4 men in the ring. Lawler pounds Idol. Bam Bam setting up Rich. Lawler throws Idol in the ring adjacent. And they split it up, so the clock goes off.
We're back to starting positions, Lance. Bam Bam and Rich, Lawler and Idol. Bam Bam going, I think, for the nuclear splash. Nope, he's not. He's going for one of his big super splashes, and let me tell you, right on the leg, and brother, did he ever put it on Tommy Rich.
Look at Austin Idol tied up in the ropes in the other ring. Lawler has him pinned in the ropes, and the referee says, let him go, let him go. Oh.
Here comes Lawler. Lance, start the clock. And now they're going after Tommy Rich. Idol tied up in ring 2. They're going, and you know exactly what.
Look at over here. Here comes Lord Humongous. He gives a rope or something to Austin Idol, while Lawler and Bam Bam have Tommy Rich getting ready to post him the way Idol and Rich did to Lawler. Here comes Idol over after him. And it's going to be Idol hit him, Bam Bam, with what looked like a sap or a blackjack that he had in his tights.
What's that Rich has in his hand, Lance?
Rich has got a rope or something in his hand. I don't know what's happening. The bell has been called for. And there goes referee Jerry Calhoun down on the concrete floor. Lawler's down. Bam Bam trying to get back up.
Looks like he has a...
He's got a noose made on that around Lawler's neck.
Lance, I'm trying to see Rich. What? He had something in his hands. I couldn't tell what it was.
Boy, he has busted Bam Bam wide open. We've got a disqualification for those.
Lance,
what?
Bam Bam is handcuffed to that top rope.
Yes, he is. We didn't see that. Rich handcuffed him. He can't get away. And now Idol and Rich have Lawler in a noose.
We need help, Lance, bad.
Boy, Lawler has got that noose around his neck, and the Bammer, who is bleeding profusely, is handcuffed to the top rope. And Rich is jerking Lawler around the ring with that noose at his neck.
This is absolutely the most disgusting thing. We've seen a lot of things, Lance. One of them is handcuffed. The other one has a noose around Lawler's neck. Rich and Idol, how low can you get?
Rich ties the other end of the rope that they've got the noose made out of at the top rope of the ring. The bell was called for. I assume it was a disqualification for the use of that blackjack and the noose. Soul Train, Jeff Jarrett going against Rich, Austin Idol, trying to get him out of there. Austin Idol beating on Soul Train Jones right here in front of us. In the ring, Lawler still has that noose around his neck, but they've got it loose from the top rope. Tommy Rich, I don't see him. Here he comes. Rich and Idol are walking away from the action. What was it? Disqualification?
I don't think I have to go look.
What was it? Disqualification on the match? We must assume that there was a disqualification for the use of that blackjack, and That noose that's around Lawler's neck. They're trying to get a key to the handcuffs. Frank, try this. Here it is, right here. Yeah, hand it up. However, they haven't been able to get them done as yet. Bam Bam really was busted open very bad, right at his right eye. It was Idol who had the blackjack. Won't fit? Huh? Got it undone? Okay, they've got the handcuffs undone now off of Bigelow. And the Bammer, that's the first time I have ever seen Bam Bam Bigelow put in that kind of physical condition. Show today. We enjoyed it. Be looking forward to seeing you next week. And until we do, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.